Welcome to another episode of Bants and Rants. As usual, I am your host, Techua. Now, today we have a very special guest by popular request and demand. I've been seeing you guys be requesting him to come on the show again. So we've brought back our very own Reverend Bismark on today's episode of Bants and Rants. Reverend, welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back again.
I miss you guys.
We miss you too. A lot of people have been requesting that you come back. So I'm sure they'll be very happy you are here.
Yeah. And I love them too.
Okay. And then we have Ajo. You guys know him from Pro. Yes. Today he's on Bants and Rants. And then we have Scanty. You guys see the three combination here. You know it's about to go down. Now, what are we talking about today? Today's topic is it appropriate for pastors or men of God or women of God to ask for assistance or help from their church members? Is it appropriate for men of God to ask for assistance or help from their church members? Now, to use a context, we saw a video trending last week where a pastor was soliciting for funds from each of his members, $300 from each of his members for him to buy a Range Rover.
Reminded you about my vehicle.
Omulundi ogwasembayo ne bajjukiza ku mmotoka yange.
We are still contributing.
Tukyasonda.
We just need this simple car.
Twetaaga emmotoka eno ennyangu.
And you see how God will bless your life.
Olyoka olaba engeri Mukama gy'agenda okuwa omukisa obulamu bwo.
Those who from abroad,
bannaffe abava ebweru,
from around,
abatwetoolodde.
we still need money to buy that vehicle.
Tukyetaaga ssente okugula emmotoka eyo.
Each one of us
buli omu ku ffe
is contributing only $300.
tuwaayo $300 byokka.
Buying this Range Rover.
Nga tugula Range Rover eno.
It sparked up a lot of conversation. Today we have Reverend in the house to, share his thoughts and ideas on this topic. So, Reverend, welcome again.
Thank you. So you mean what the pastor was asking? You want a car from his members,
yes,
right? And they said there's an issue with that.
Yes, people are saying it's an issue.
That it's wrong for a pastor to ask his members to support to buy a car.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. But the Bible says that in Matthew 7 verse 7 that you must ask, knock and seek, and it shall be given. So if you, the pastor, you teach your members how to ask, and I got to your turn, what will you do? Are you going to teach you allow or something else to use it? No. It's the Bible now, you have to apply. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I think there's nothing wrong. In any way, wherever you farm, that's what you must harvest.
Yeah.
So I think the best place to get a car is from the church.
I think people were concerned or were talking because of what he was asking for.
What he was asking for?
Yes, the car, and then specifically a Range Rover. I mean,
a car is a car.
Yeah.
So it is ask for a car. If you ask for Kia Picanto or Kia Pride, that one there's no issue. You see, the problem is that, he's a man of God, and he also has choices. It doesn't mean that if you're a pastor, you must, go to something low or get some old car a la Chabia. Or if you ask for a Buboya, I know there's one issue. So I think he also needs that that nice car. There are members in his church who use bigger cars and nice cars.
Than the Range.
Yes. So I think for him to ask a Range Rover as a head pastor, look at the cars our president use, the ministers, even Minister of Sanitation, look at the car he used. V8. And the man of God there, he prays for them. I believe that they also trust him, they have faith in him, and they want some kind of comfort and protection. Assume this pastor is going to use a car all the way to Tamale, and the car is not strong. Look at the road. And I think Uganda, they might have better road, but they still have roads that are very bad.
Yeah.
You need a car that is durable, that you can drive to take you there. Assume he's going and the car break down. He's going to be a vulcanizer at the roadside, fixing his own tires. Yeah. No, I don't think you'll be happy to see your pastor in his clericals lying down under a car, tightening. So the best. So let's allow the pastors to breathe for once and enjoy their fruits.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That young boys who are buying cars for small girls, probably no one is talking about it. You do get my point? So pastors also need something better.
Okay.
So he look at the size of his church and he believe that this book can support me. So I think there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Ajo, what do you think?
Well, shout out to all the real pastors in the world and in Ghana. Some are only spiritual pastors, some are psychologists, some are helping people up here, mental health and stuff like that. But for him to ask for a car, you see, it's not wrong to ask. But the question is he asking everybody in the church to be
contribute?
Compulsory? That's why I find something wrong with it, because nobody can afford
the $300
or that money.
Yeah.
Because so if he wants a car, he's helping people in the church. He's changing their lives, he's inspiring them. But not everybody can afford. So if the pastor can agree that will be on to me afford there. So some of you may car, but if he says the whole church composed there, I have a problem.
You didn't say the whole church. You said those who love me. Those who love me support.
But maybe you're expecting the whole church to love me.
No. You said those who love me support, not the whole church. When you go to church,
But some pastors,
when you go to
in
church,
this dispensation,
when you
some
go to
pastors-
Ajo, when you go to church and you ask for offering, it's not everybody that gives the offering anyway.
Exactly.
So the
So in
same
this
way.
conversation, the pastor should know that.
So he said those who love me.
Yes.
So have you watched the
video?
video?
You ask them to what?
Have you watched the video?
Yes, I've seen the
You
video.
say those who love me.
Who love me? So
They are
maybe he's assuming that everybody loves him there.
We have, when we come to your church, we have people in the church that don't love the pastor.
No,
So why are they there?
They love.
So then it means that
Everyone.
the pastor is asking everyone to pay $300.
Yes, by saying that, I mean, it's not for you to give anyway.
Yes.
But those who love me to
Yes.
support me to buy this car.
And in the church, everyone loves the pastor.
Yes, if you love me, your pocket is not up to $3. It doesn't mean that you're going to force yourself to give.
Okay, finish.
Pastors who ask, I feel like some of the congregation even give out without the pastors asking because of how they are impacting their lives. So some pastors will deliver you.
Yeah.
Some pastors will inspire you. Umbesha won't come. You come and dash them something, houses, cars. We've seen pastors saying that people dash them cars, but they don't ask. So if you are asking, obe to me, Buame.
Yeah.
If you say, if you love me, everybody there loves you.
Yeah.
That's why they're at your church.
Yeah.
So if you say, so you're directly telling that everybody should help me. But that's why I have a problem, because in your church, it can be a rich church, but somebody who is poor.
Yeah.
So that's why I have a problem. So maybe Obia Domia on Tiano, that'll be the problem I have. But if you say, oh, if you can afford, help me, let me buy a new car. I've been helping you guys. You come to my church, you come here to relax. If the pastor is finding the car there, you come there, they release stress. So he's helping you some way. So if you can afford, help me, let me change my car. I say, if you love me,
Yeah. I think that if you love me, it's sort of
if I don't love you,
For-
I'll come because I'm coming there for God to help me. True.
No, but you say everybody who carry a church that love the pastor anyway.
Oh, then why are you there?
No, then why you at the church?
Some of them come because of they love someone in your church. They have their girlfriend.
But the head there is the pastor.
No, so
That's
the
the
head. Someone come to
But they
church.
can meet the girl outside the church.
yeah.
But me, the girls, let's come to church. And he has come.
And if I don't love the pastor, how would I be in the church?
You came because of the girl.
So when we close, I'll meet her outside.
But you are the church and I make an announcement. And you also hearing that's him that you can come and give.
Because from where I sit, I feel like everyone in the church loves the pastor.
Yeah.
So if the pastor makes a statement, those who love me, he's just indirectly asking everyone.
Because he feels
Said
like
they should contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 300. For me, I don't have a problem with the pastor asking. But who helps the person the pastor is asking?
Who helps who?
The church, the ordinary church member who is also struggling at home.
Who told they are struggling?
People are
But
struggling.
told
by
you
all
I
means,
can
there are
use-
people in the
No,
church.
you see,
There are numerous.
You see, let's get it right.
Okay.
So if someone is struggling, okay, you have come to the church. Maybe you are struggling with money. Okay, and you have other struggle. Maybe you have health issues. All right, and the pastor come and he pray for you and you are healed. That one, there's no problem with that. You are that if the pastor heal you, he pray for you, other things is good. Maybe you are struggling in the area of your finances, and I request for something from you. Whatever you have, you give. But he's not demanding necessarily that give him this. Listen, when Christ came, he went to a place, he went to a hospital. About 1,000 people were sick, but he healed only one person. They're all struggling there. But why did he decide to heal one person? Because he feel like this is the person I want to heal, and he move on. So it doesn't mean the person is, the poor in the church doesn't the person not have his demand or whatever he need.
But who cares about them?
About who?
Those people that they are struggling.
They care for themselves.
But why about the pastor also caring for himself? I know the Bible said in Corinthians 9:14 that the pastor should feed on what he Ejuma no ye no onfa ejuma so anu didi wo ho. Corinthians 1 Corinthians 9:14 or something like that. I know that the Bible asks the pastor say what you do no you should earn from what you are doing. But I'm saying that when you are asking the people, the ordinary member that sits in the house.
So how should he ask? How should he
Before
ask?
I feel like before you ask your members, you need to ensure that everyone is okay in the church before you ask.
You have to go and
If
tell
pastor-
you have to go and tell their bank account. They have money.
If the pastor,
You have to go and tell every member his bank account.
if we are living in a country where pastor or person Range Rover is one of the highly rated cars in the country. I won't lie to you, in some countries, the Range Rover say they cost past the president in car. That is a V8. Range Rover, no pastor now, who betray Range Rover. No. Now, ordinary member, no 19, see muton tomatoes, no boy, no, they are more with Range Rover. Then you can because so talk my pastor, and you are right, you are selling tomatoes on the streets. That's my question. We have people who would want to give.
Yeah.
We have people that can build a house and dash a pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, no, who they are Nyankopon
the Wayamano.
now, me, sorry, them, my brain up, I should help you with $300. I checked Uganda, the minimum wage is 416 cedis a month. And pastor is asking for $300. That's like almost 4,000 Ghana cedis. Ni former pastor, Kia Picanto, Diewu Matiz, Corolla S, Low Honda, Civic, Motocra, Range Rover.
So that's.
I don't have a problem with the pastor asking, but if you, the pastor, your target is Range Rover and the money is you're asking, is like
So you mean if you are part of their own things,
You can heal somebody.
No, get
if you have a
paid.
case, you should be
You can heal somebody. You better Range Rover.
yes.
You can inspire somebody to something.
You should wait. More be a area.
No, sir, the pastoral thing right now. Some is business. Some is a calling.
Yeah.
With all these two, no.
Some is playing.
Yes.
Some they are just playing.
Yeah.
With all these two, no matter what, you make money.
Yes.
You get money from the church.
Yes.
Some will go to orphanage. Some will go to
Church is business.
projects.
No, church is not business.
You-
Church
who-
is not
who-
business.
who come there?
I don't.
Who come there?
Business.
Church is business.
No, church is not business.
Church- pastor will get money.
Maybe it's about how you see others doing it. Okay, even in medicine, even in other professions, people are being trained to be nurses, and they are selling things in the hospital that is not even need to be done. Okay, that does not mean that they are bad people or whatever. They have other ones
So
that
I
are.
didn't say it's a bad thing, but church is
No,
a
it can't be business. It can't be business. We go and preach the salvation. So when we preach the salvation, you must give
My-
offering.
my question is
when you
it
give
bad?
the offering, then it look like okay, I preach and you give money. No,
Reverend, if it's a business, is it bad?
Is it bad if a church is a business?
no. The tagging that you have as a business is
So
what
it's a
makes-
business, but we shouldn't say it.
No, see, in your business. What business say?
because
If you
it's
go
not- it's
to
not bad
most
if
of these
it's a
missionary
business.
churches, you just car, you chim near the
Ako
Biako,
ye
mother
project.
church, near the
Ako ye
Biako
BIC.
local, near the
Na pastor
Biako
Chinese
national.
there.
Say branching.
So it is
Yeah,
business.
Do you get it? So it's branching. Like for instance, if we open a branch here and here's the headquarters, you have to raise funds. Then the rest of the village can also get some to support them because your income in the city is the same income in the village. Did you get a point? So we need to have the income to come to headquarters. Then we'll use them to support others.
So it's a business.
A bit as well. So when you're on
It is just like a child going to the street to dance, hoping people will dash share money.
No, that one-
Not their coffee.
No, that one-
That's how I see.
that one is different.
That's how I see it because at the end of the day, they are making money. Sorry, be anywhere if they are not making money, the church. will still be making
You
money.
see, when
If you go to
you are seeing the money making aspect, but you don't see the spiritual aspect.
There was
the
The
spiritual aspect of
if we look at the analytics, omo bre bebre na sorry no moko. Omo wo ska no mo ntan kwa.
I don't know.
The people who have money no omo ntan kwa so. Yeah, ye bre ni.
Yeah, yeah, sham no omunya ska na omunya yi.
Muna
Yeah, yeah, sham.
No maja sorry no. Dey here for na ba.
That we are now omaba back. And wo ba say say no you say them see when they are blessed, they go. So now when you are being blessed in the church, we take our share.
So it's business.
It's not business.
Yeah.
Don't be the business here because
Why would they
when
be
you carry the call, you won't come again. So as and when you are in the church, you are doing what? Because I have fasted, I have prayed for you,
Okay.
I have cast out demons. Maybe you have gone to Lambuba Beach. And demons have entered into you. What do you have? Because we are. It's me. I have to. Do you know how to cast demons? Do you know how to remove a marine spirit
Do you know
from
how to
people?
kabe and kaba?
Do you know how to do certain things to let things to go out? It's our duty and it's our calling. So some of the things that we are doing it by inspiration of God. Yeah, we are. then the rest of the thing that may also help us is what we are taking from you guys. Because we have that we doesn't perform.
No, see, I feel like a church that is being run well, if the pastor has been called by God or not, and the church is being run well, business-wise, the pastor will make money. The pastor can have a car.
You see why we are still making money? What's the making money?
What's wrong with making money?
There is no church that they are not making money.
If a church is being run
If you are making money,
the pastor
it's a
he has been called by God.
It's a
or not called
structure.
by God.
Over to for it.
If a church is being run well,
Those days that you buy any
now they run the church well. They are going to programs. They are making money. They are asking for funds.
Yeah.
The church is being run well. The pastor on the head will make money, and he can buy a car.
True.
So you mean that
You get my point. So if the pastor is making money and can buy a car, why should we go and ask the
struggling members?
members for?
this is struggling members?
Because we can't tell who God has called.
Joe, you know,
we can't call.
when you look at the man church, look at the congregation. It's a small church, though. It's a huge church.
Yes. Yeah.
As I was coming, one guy from USC was dislocated. He has some fracture in his leg, in his knee. This guy came down and he prayed for the person, and the person is being healed. I think that guy gave him $5,000.
You go and ask the members
I
again.
mean, no. Maybe that one alone won't buy the car.
$5,000
No, wait,
I'm
you. That guy, we call US hospital. Sa, and I flew all the to US. Look at the clinic in hospital, US. When you buy Uganda, Kampala, and then on Yarisa. What about the others? You guys. So there's some power. There's something that the man has. That he believe that when you tap into that blessing, you able to buy the car. You think you bless.
Pastor deserve
And it's not only that, it's not only rich people that must support pastors. Even we believe that even when you are poor and whatever you have in the Bible, Jesus, when he came, one man gave office, the widow's mind, she gave the highest than all the rich men.
Okay.
So that widow's mind that he gave me, she's very, very poor, but she believed in Christ's ministry and she supported the
I want to ask you some question.
All right.
Pastors deserve good things. They are helping the society a lot. So assuming you've healed somebody or if you inspire somebody to do something good.
when you have breakthrough.
Yeah, no, a chair OBB. Like you have 2 cars or 3 cars and you should deserve it.
Sure.
Then you want to change your car. Then it's a big church, right? A big church.
Yeah.
By that church, there are rich men there, rich women there. There are also people who are struggling there.
Yeah.
Then you go to the podium and say, or the altar and say, everybody here, if you love me, come and dash me something, or come and give me money for a car again. Somebody will tell you, but what kind of
it will put some sort of pressure
that you should go and
yeah.
give it the now or
It will put pressure on them.
you bring it there. So I don't say some pastors are selfish, but sometimes you have to look at the collective people sitting there. And no behind the will be.
No one will be able to.
So
That's so we can't say because some have to be like the church have to get everything before.
So, man, I feel like
Then it means that it's all about the pastor now and not the
Exactly.
members.
And say me
Because if you watch the video-
no.
Okay.
Me
If you watch the video very well, the pastor say if you pay the $300, we give you the grace card. Na nyankopo eshira. Why don't you pray for God to bless me? Na me be mouse car. And I have to give you the $300 first before God will bless me.
The Oma lotto number is okromu.
That's a lotto number. That's business. The lotto number is business.
Wow,
The lotto number is business.
You
But
get
if
it,
the church is not
so I mean,
business,
out of con-
pray to God to bless the members. When they get the money, no matter
They'll
$300.
yeah.
But you are saying they should give you 300. Na nyankopo afaswe shira omo. For someone who is struggling, obi to me, I know people who take their kids' school fees to come pastor because pastor say on say imbra.
No.
And up to
I
now,
want to enter somewhere right now. If a pastor is in the spirit, no can say, "Wo me who be Faskabra."
Scandals on the penny.
I won't judge that pastor because he's in the spirit and he's casting out.
No.
Stuff. I'm
Spirit,
coming.
no, say spirit in
Yeah,
Jerusalem.
we rush soon. You ask him. Now I say, "Wo me who be Faskabra." Na fire idea. So if you believe say your pastor will be a person or someone, you have to send that money. That one is
What
different.
if the person doesn't have that money?
Pastor will say, wow, soon say, Onyame say, Fabra, who be. You don't know. You believe him. So you go and pay that one. I don't have a problem with that one. He's in the realms. He's asking for what the spirit is asking you to pay. Now I had number. I cast the number. And that's what wow. That was even from the
Pay saying.
Yeah, that's the
Me the soft on the car.
That make can say if the pastor is in the realms,
Uh-huh.
like he's in the mood to do his deliverance and stuff like that.
Anointing,
That's what I'm saying. Nyame say.
He was the man was in the realm when they were asking for the
We don't know.
$300.
We don't know that one. So that one I won't judge the pastor.
You see, as you are saying, when Christ came on earth, he used donkey. When he was entering Joseph, when him donkey do Joseph nimbo. Donkey no only nimbo.
Does it mean
Those days donkey no Masarawasi level no.
Christ didn't ask anyone to help him buy
Oh,
donkey?
sure. Oh, Mr. Munko. Someone donkey no. I mean, it's been tied under a tree.
Yes.
Lose it, and when the owner asks you, it's for who is it? Can you say yes? We say God. I mean, Christ said you need that donkey to be used.
So the pastor should go to garage and tell them yes to see me before.
No, also can you remember say me here be? Only say yes to too many be. Only that strength, you know. No, you can't. Only if the man say Christ, just Christ use donkey no. Those days, it's a name no. You ready over. Unim.
You see, yes,
I
understand, but you need to look at the situation.
Yes, because you're buying no donkey. Only say we have only one donkey with him. No go fire. Only go fire. And
method donkey acho.
You agree with me that when a pastor is in the realms, that one there's normal to ask because it's not the pastor.
Someone will even say you are in the realm.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
But you feel it when the pastor is in the realms. You feel it.
There are some pastors.
But Reverend, the man, I'm not sure he was in the realms.
No, he could be like.
And you know that
before and all
he wasn't saying only to the pastors too. He's doing an online program, like a studio, okay? And he said, all my followers worldwide. It's not only to the members there at Uganda or at that particular place, okay? So the worldwide people,
including
those in Ghana.
$300.
Yes, worldwide.
To help you a pastor buy a Range Rover.
It's a problem. See, those days, no Pharaoh, almost see chariot, horses, only mini ball.
It is all those people didn't ask people to buy it for them.
Yeah. How they get it? How they get it?
Because they use their own means to get it.
That means where they are kings. And
it's not like the pastor say, oh, me want 20K, mon so me tsunami to Range Rover. Different. You want to buy a Range Rover from scratch. Obiama out $300. Pray to God to bless the members.
Range Rover, we see Africa. We are Africans. When you go to the other parts of the world, these pastors use jets, private jets, Copland. If you only depot and for need to use this private jets, they come together with their own private jets.
Now suits a pastor using a jet. It's like we are living in a struggling country like Ghana. On a normal, our president moved with 36 convoy. It's supposed to be normal. But a struggling country like Ghana and our president is using 36 convoy, we have a problem.
Yeah.
If the members are struggling, you the pastor, which you Range Rover. Now me I'm sorry, me need their media. Me then catch Robu of years. Sorry, we here
Yeah.
When I am struggling, how do I tell someone my pastor is driving Range Rover? I've given my pastor $300.
So you mean that when a pastor is driving Range Rover, it means the members are.
You have to look at the state of your members before you demand what you want.
I feel like
we are the country. Have the government see our state of this our state before it started? Come again.
Because you said that one is not
because you know
if a pastor day right now and you see you are just there and you want something from the church, even harvest when the church is having harvest. You can't sit down and say this harvest, our target is $2 billion. Members now who are doing a price.
Exactly.
So if you are looking at the strength of your members and you are calling for Range Rover.
We have seen it, Papa. Have you seen it? Do you know his members? Some are busy, some are oil type.
How about the strike?
Because
all the fingers are not equal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, we
so the pastor too shouldn't be driving Range Rover. He should be taking throttle.
That's what he's saying.
The fingers are not equal.
No, I mean, you see, let us know. No. You
Uber.
Say, Pastor, Uncle Matisse.
And you see, me want to where they pay me.
You see, they should be saying, as we are here, you see, we have to understand that he's the head of the ministry, okay? Yeah, those days there was a pastor, no, Osha Alugudon, Osha Shua Apai, or dressing BBB. All the days, no. Now in the modern system, no, we people are going to travel long distance and they have to be there on time, okay? Assuming you're going to take that small car, they can't break down. Wow. He needs a little bit luxury.
Wow.
Okay, I know so our dad kind of to relax, to wait on God.
Wow.
Luxury at the expense of your church members who don't have.
He's not forcing everybody to come and give.
No, he said if you love me.
He said if you have it, if you love me. He's not forcing everybody.
It's some sort of like emotional blackmail. Yeah. It's some sort of emotional blackmail because you know that everyone in the church loves you. So it will be a pressure on them that, so if I don't give this person this meaning, I don't love him. So yeah.
Grace card. It means that God will bless me. Grace card is for $300.
The statement he made is some sort of emotional blackmail.
You can't say grace card is $300.
When you pay, I'll give you grace card.
You believe. Oko Jagwadwa, ways. Oko prophet the abortion is a brush no. Or no so or the amount.
Okay.
They believe in that, they follow him. They have branches there, they believe in them. So he say, Oba, grace card the woman way I'll give to you.
Don't you think
So
some
it's
of the men of God are
it's
misleading the people?
They are misleading the people. When you go to the Makala, we have the rosary that we put on it. We have incense, they have things that they give to you.
Yeah.
They have some small crosses, something to a symbol that you be, that it connects you to your maker. It's mean that when you give him this, he will give you this, and that kind of free. Do what you are paying. So when you also invest in his ministry, this is what you may have. So I think when you go to the Buddhists, you go to the Ngoku and Co. They
so
also
Reverend,
give things.
Christianity is expensive.
Every religion is expensive, no Christianity alone. Now, when you having service, do you know how much it costs to have instrument?
Okay, but not
do you know how
every.
much it costs to
Okay,
buy?
it's expensive. Not every member can
microphone?
afford.
Yeah, so it's not forcing everybody. It's not forcing everybody. I said, Oba, and the best supporting pastor.
But pastors
It's not
been
forcing you.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Why
it's
not
true.
just say-
Reverend, you go to some churches, right? They'll be doing these deliverance services and things, and be like, bring 5,000, let me pray for you. Bring this, let me pray for you. I mean, if you don't have, the pastor is not going to lay his hands on you.
No, I don't dare. Also, what doing this one? Your brain is small because Sebi, you go to church, say bring 5,000, I'll pray for to get healing. It doesn't work that way.
But
But
there's some
bring
people that do
$300
it.
to buy Range Rover, it's okay.
Who you are under?
No, or
No,
besides
the
the support.
The 5,000 will make me get healed.
Yeah, healed.
$300
No,
will
no.
help pastor drive a Range Rover.
No.
That one is no problem. But me, remember pastor 5,000 healing.
sorry.
No. That's where there's a problem.
No. Yes, sir. It's
want
not
to
like
know.
that. It's not like that. You see, you are making that. You are just confusing. You are confusing.
No.
Who they are following their fire?
Because I'm just targeting the men of God as a whole. Medium money now share one umbrella. And we have some of the people that they are really misleading the people. Say Faha. And me, if I enter the church and the pastor is asking me for $300, assuming I'm the first.
You see, you have conscience. Sebi, you have brain. You have to understand what you use your brain for.
So
when
okay,
you estimate, you go
pastor,
to the
looking
church.
at this video, the $300 video, do you think it is okay from a pastor's point
Yeah.
of view?
Look at you're too small.
Until I can also
The Range Rover is too small.
Now Range Rover is auto
Therefore,
me.
leave the
How do
good
you
guys
get
I'm
that
coming.
account?
As a man of God, you demand also your church.
My church is my church. They can't buy me Corolla. I want me to mean to because
no,
me
your-
do
your-
ho.
Your church
They can't buy me Corolla because I'm do o Johnny Bisano. All team master scan.
Okay.
So you see, you cut the coat according to your size.
Good.
Okay. Ono strength.
Okay.
They can afford the Range Rover.
Okay.
You can afford this. So you see, you know the kind of people he pastor. So you know the size of the church that you have and what you can also ask them to support you with.
Are pastors supposed to work aside being a man of God?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. When you are doing the church, okay, and the church is not big, it's not big to support your finances. You have the right to do jobs.
Something else
to support your ministry. But and also, your ministry may look. It won't be a little bit quality in a way, as in that you have time to do certain things. But you have to have the people that when the church is also growing, the demands are high. Then now you can come to the foot and go. They can support you with your finances. That's when that also come in. So the working and doing ministry is not bad because in the Bible, Paul he does leader work in Italy somewhere when he was doing his mission work. So he said, I'm doing this, and you people say I'm come take money from you. So there's nothing wrong.
So
But the church grow.
So the pastor that don't work, how do they pay tithes?
Yeah.
I want to know.
They don't work.
1/10. It's 1/10 of the Range Rover.
There's the structure in the church.
Okay.
Just say this is the pastor's income.
Okay.
Your salary.
So the church pays the pastor.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now in the school you're calling it headmaster's car.
Okay.
Headmaster didn't know me or school.
The pastor.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Exactly.
The
what I was about
pastor,
to
the
say.
church pays the pastor.
Yeah.
The pastor comes back to the church to help you buy Range Rover.
Yeah.
Said the only and
Really?
First,
Now remember, the ATM and a bit to Range Rover.
bomb.
Why can't the pastor pray to God for God to give him a Range
It's our
Rover?
bomb pie. And
then you just
Okay, baby church.
No,
You take your salary
can't
and then you
nonsense.
spend your salary.
And then come
my
and ask-
salary will now come. I think
That's why
the depot work at companies. They get salary for the government. The company also give them cars.
Okay.
Why don't you use yourself to buy a car for the?
there are lots of
yourself?
people who work in companies don't give them cars.
I say most of them.
Okay.
Even when you work at MTN. You see MTN banned cars. They give us but they have cars that they
Yeah, but then it's for their company, it's not for them.
no,
If they
that
go,
one
they
is
collect
for
it.
the-
The time for the
Oh,
church
for
is
the
asked
car.
that. No, the pastor is asking for the car for himself. It's not for the church. It's for his own personal. Yeah, it's for his own personal.
I didn't offer coin.
Or the
Know your pastor.
That's
the
the
same pastor. That's the same
pastor. The same members who were wedding. I mean, if you lost your mom, you lost your dad.
Yeah.
A year back, the same kind of obey no, or the back with
That same
Well, the
pastor
church
will
is
be
making
passing on the
money.
streets.
Me, how's the
We'll
talk?
see a
Ordinary
member.
member.
Yeah.
Remember, don't Range
I
Rover.
get problem for somewhere.
On Jerry, that on Jerry.
See, I get problem for somewhere. You see, in this country right now, no, the pastors shy away from political talks.
Yeah.
But they know that in this country, their members are suffering. This night, Ghana know when they pray. But when they go to church, they can't bash politicians. They shy away from it.
Where do you
so
stand on that
make a land at the camp. They shy away from it, and it pains some people. Like me, they pay me because I'll be happy if a pastor comes out and say that this party is not working.
Yeah.
Or it's like nothing is happening,
Alright.
but they go to work. Nothing is happening for them.
Bible in front, Bible in front, Bible in front.
No, but you are part of the society. You are a leader of a group.
So I've seen
So when the
this one
country is
pastor come
struggling,
out.
you have no say about it.
No, you preach. So I preach.
to link to what.
Are you done?
No, let me.
No,
let me
done.
Make a done. So I feel like it's very hurtful to some extent when the pastors don't come out and
Address what is going on,
address
yeah.
that. Oh, this is happening, but you can relate it to the biblical stuff. So that the congregation also gets that. Okay, Pastor Nika, our linking society to
The Bible.
deep words, so it's working. But almost can't. Then they almost sure.
Yes, true.
In
In the Bible.
How many?
Yes, true. In the Bible, ne. Sana do the Bible ko yes sir. Participate the same man or much to
So in other words, you are afraid.
No, so
Sana Elijah say ko kan kibi ni one same sana Jezebel or
So
Rather, I think
that's
it will
the
help.
point. Means that
You
it will
are
help.
afraid.
No. It's not like most of the pastors are being hypocrites. They understand the
That's the thing.
situation that is happening.
But they ignore it.
You lead the congregation and then you are not telling them, oh, this is the economic challenges we are facing. This government has, because I have been to a church where they have allowed an MP to come and campaign
this
to the
man,
members.
yeah!
I have been to a church
That
where
man.
they have allowed a district
I like him
assembly
for- no,
to come and campaign in front of the church. Semuntu Abamami and all that. So if you, the pastor, you sit there, now your man microphone chance and mama bekasa.
Yeah.
And then it gets to time that we are struggling and you can't voice it because you lead a congregation like
Yeah.
1,000 people. Why don't you tell your members, oh, this party has failed us, this party has done this,
And
party.
then
And
they'll
because
listen
John
to
the
you
Baptist,
too.
you
And
try
some
John
are
the
friends
Baptist.
too, Scanty.
You try
Some are friends.
John the Baptist.
They'll shy off.
Most of the pastors, when we wanted to COVID by and yet the pastors 12 at the cohort formed a committee. You understand? They lead a big congregations in Ghana here. If the uko kasa you be pamu.
Yeah.
That's what pastor is saying. You be tuma chauti.
Yes.
So yeah,
Any bia by chauti.
But you see this
And
man.
if you have
all
a-
people say the man tie.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
He come
pastors
out.
that calls government out.
And
yeah,
this
we are
man-
calling them. They are calling. They are calling.
But why are you not calling them out?
How?
not your
How
calling.
should we call
Do you
them?
criticize government, pastor? I want to know. Do you criticize
your
government?
church.
At my capacity.
Yes.
How am I?
Okay.
Like with your
I'm
friends,
coming.
normal friends
Do you
and stuff.
see? Do you see the economy of
Me,
Ghana now?
Some are small church. Me go cancel. They come and cool a church. And now
Pastor Dubai, Pastor
Pastor Joe,
Dubai.
Ocansey, no small pay or year ni prayer meeting watch mo. When someone call me say, "Hey, zoo, hey, Ozenya,
Okay, so Reverend, then the
So
smaller
it means
pastors
that you are
should-
hiding
we are
behind.
not hiding. We are hiding. The members cry.
I thought you preached to me that the truth shall set me free.
Exactly.
So why are you hiding behind the
I
truth?
said the truth. Maka say fawadwen go to aba. You know that you are hungry. You know the whole is so good. You know that there's still water as your community. And you me also for them kind of
Osofo too know, but
You
Osofo
lead
asking
a
for money.
congregation. You are a leader of a
Osofo
group.
know.
When you
Yeah.
speak, I listen.
Yeah, people
when you
listen,
tell your
yeah.
members don't do this, they don't do it.
listen, yeah.
So if you tell your members that, oh, we are living in a struggling economy, stop following government. You have to tell your members. But the pastors are hiding because
Apply,
you don't hide.
apply.
Your job is
Come on,
on the
say,
line.
We don't hide. We
You
don't
are
hide.
hiding.
You see now
Because-
you use wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. You see in those days John the Baptist one far. Nyansa kan de no na mo church and free.
No, but
So if you speak,
but God is with you.
No,
no, I'm
You are
coming.
being
I'm coming.
protected.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So,
John the
pastor,
Baptist go wa hodi chenke owo.
Yeah, but
I'm not
some
the guy
young
tell
friends
you
don't
that-
Yeah.
does it mean
It's
that?
biased.
Does it mean that You have
Sure.
seen a struggling economy, but if you speak, there's going to be an issue against you.
Oh, no.
So why are you not speaking?
Am I not speaking now?
No.
What am I
Your
saying?
church.
You are just
Yeah,
your
your
church.
church.
At
Yeah,
my
your
church.
church.
Yes.
When I come, I open my Bible.
Mhm.
In John, 1 Kings, 2 Kings.
Okay.
Omo can't anything about when insult politicians.
Oh no,
or
no,
go and
no,
say
no,
something.
It's not about-
Yes,
it's not about
when
it.
I come, I prepare my sermon. That day, my sermon title is not on any government sermon. We are all in the country. You know what is happening. There's doom so.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not me, the pastor that come and tell you that
And church
go and do
members
this, go
are
and do this.
suffering.
Wow.
We preach.
Reverend,
We
church
encourage
members
them.
Reverend.
I know my pastor doesn't have a car.
Mhm.
Then pastor shouldn't tell me to buy Range Rover for him.
Yes.
Because
Why?
If you can't, you know that I know there is
Who
doom
is
so,
that?
and you don't have to tell me. Then it means that I
No,
know you
no.
don't have a Range Rover. I mean, what's I mean, you don't have to ask
now,
me.
you see, we bash it. We explain to them. We talk about it. But I don't know how you want us to say it, or we should all line up and go to
you
the
see,
pastor house and go and shout.
There are most churches that, despite the struggling economy, they don't say anything.
Yeah.
We have leaders of churches in Ghana here that we have struggling economy. They invite them and then they go and then represent. If I'm your member,
we say it, oh. We say it. Are we not here? We say the person going to the church and he take communion. If my church, I'll give him.
Quick one before you go. I want to ask a question. What's your take about government trying to build a cathedral for the country? What's your take on that?
government.
For God, building a cathedral for God.
When people are suffering.
When people are suffering, what's your take? Just a quick one.
People are sleeping outside.
If you don't want to speak about it, fair
You
enough.
and
You
that-
can do
I
that
will
topic.
speak.
Yeah. Okay, talk to
What?
us. That we can just wrap up with that.
Cathedral.
Yeah.
Government is doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
250 billion.
I think it's not a bad idea in a way. I mean, they can build it, but the way and manner they go about it, that's make Christians to be angry with it. There's too much trouble on a thing. There's too much trouble undercutting. But it's a nice initiative to have a big church for us, okay? But the way and manner they go about that make the thing look very, very, very bad. You open now.
So the idea of building a cathedral makes sense.
I mean,
God. Because it can't contain all Ghanaians. It's
Exactly.
still a limited number of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
as
I
for,
remember-
as for that one, I don't support it.
Okay.
I don't support it. Well, 100%. But at a certain, level, I think it's a good initiative. But even where they even started is really my concern. If I was sending to some far somewhere at Dodowa or Dohwenya, where there's a vast land that they can do something better than that. And when they come with politicians, before they can do procurement, we all know the things that they have to do. Someone is asking for 10%, 20%, and that's why it's happening that way. But it's a nice idea though.
Okay.
But just that the way they go
I
about
draw
it.
my curtains.
Like,
I finish.
Okay.
To draw mine too, I like to see we should know our pastors. We should give to them. There's blessing in giving.
Yeah.
But at the same time, let's be wise. We know people are
Who need their own?
sorry. People they use them mind. Some people are acting as if they've been called, but they've not been called. The real ones are out there. If you pray, you know that this man of God too, he's powerful, he has been called by God, and I can link up with him spiritually.
Oh, yeah,
if you are deep to it, you know how to descend.
Stop it.
You know the right one and the wrong one. So yeah, but give out to your pastors. There's blessing in giving.
Okay.
So if you have a
Reverend,
connection with
last
pastors,
question
just
before.
give out.
Do you think there should be any sort of limitations or boundaries when pastors are asking their members for things?
Oh no. This is like how there should
There
be.
shouldn't be no limitation or
no.
To
boundary.
me, back by me, person case
No.
For assassinate
If you have it,
Empty bank account for
have
mommy.
it. You see, nobody is coercing you, nobody is forcing you. It's by your belief and what you trust that if I do A and B, I'll get this. They're gonna pray. So I think there shouldn't be any limitation on how much a member should give to a pastor.
No. Like, should there be a limitation on how much or what the pastor asks?
That you should ask,
Yeah.
like, okay,
You should
don't
know the
ask,
boundaries.
know the
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yeah, should there be
no,
any boundary?
If you go to Rwanda, their president passed a law that no church.
Yeah.
Before you form a church, make sure you have built your own church from scratch.
Yeah.
Then people will come. Ghana here, obiti apatase. Gather 2 or 3 people, make money from them and build a big church.
yes.
Not the dinya to show.
Yeah.
There was a story in Nigeria. A pastor used that to build a church.
How?
Yes,
Yeah, it
I did
happened.
that story here.
Yeah.
The pastor sold the church. On the can see a sorry then we no say wanya UK visa no ton sorry no koye. Sunday the members came to church and will be by some sorry. This is the state of the country that we are living in.
Yeah.
So media come ko bi ensi na sorry. build your church and find the members. Don't use members to build your church. Majority of the church
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
because they can't build. It is business, so they can't build.
It's ministry.
Business.
So you say ministry.
Ministry.
It's not business.
Ministry.
It's ministry.
Ministry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't have anything else.
And there's nothing wrong with business.
you.
Business is good.
Business is
If you have like
business.
50
I
billion
think I
businessmen in the
mean
country.
to wrap up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, pastors supposed to be supported. Okay. Because in the Bible, in case the Levites, the Levites were on the field working, farming, and they lived the house of God. The house of God was in ruins. So like there's too much to support the work. So when the prophet came back, they should come back to the house of God. That's when now they initiate the 10% to support the men of God. So I think in that extent, when you are in your church, support your pastor to those
If
that
you can.
and those that you think that they are really
Yeah.
bored and they are, I mean it's not bad.
But be
Because
wise.
most of the members in the church also have incomes that can take care of them. They are working. We pray for them to get more businesses to grow, and they are traveling outside the country. So okay, some they go don't even remember us. You get a point. So we beg you. That one they allow us to enjoy more. When we go to heaven, we'll go and answer the rest to our maker.
Okay.
We also soon yase kakra. 1 minute.
Okay.
If you are spiritually inclined, no fake pastor go worry you. Because there's
Yeah.
fake and there's real.
Yeah.
So you yourself as a person to know yourself, know who you are, know your spiritual growth,
Yeah.
and you'll be okay.
That's it.
Know your spiritual growth and you'll be okay. Ajo's words. This has been an interesting conversation. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Okay, we'll be reading. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and then comment as well. This has been your Rant and Rant. I've been your host, and we are out.
All right.